Hi Libra, I hope you're all doing well. When I was meditating on the energy, I was hearing something about false advertising. Be mindful of things that you may be purchasing at this time. Read the fine print to make sure that you are actually aware of like what you're buying and all of that stuff. Just double check. As we are in the Mercury retrograde season, there may be things that you want to like look into before you purchase and whatnot. I was getting that specifically for you. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. For some of you, somebody's coming back from the past to make an offer towards you. Towards you. I'm seeing a conversation. It looks like you're going to be potentially reconnecting with somebody. This looks like a test. Conversation with someone from your past. Looks like the way you go about handling this conversation is the test. You may feel a little bit defensive towards this person. It looks like you have the option whether or not you want to potentially even start something new with them. It even seems like this was something that could not come through until now. This is potentially even a work collaboration. I'm seeing an emotional connection that you at least had with this person. When this first unfolds, you may not immediately read it as a test, but it seems like you're going to be tested in some way. This person has been keeping tabs on you, but they would not have made that obvious. This is somebody that you would see to have a bit of an emotional hold on you. Otherwise, they could be a water sign. But whatever had been unclear, maybe even some discussion about feelings, that's going to be made clear to you. Yeah, I'm seeing this person like unrestrained and coming through. I'm seeing a lot of very fast-paced movement. This is somebody that, like, on the emotional front, you may kind of see them as being a bit all over the place, maybe a bit ungrounded at times. I'm hearing up and down. Something even going on with their psychological energy. Yeah, it looks like if you get involved with this person, you may perceive them to be somewhat impulsive. It looks like this is somebody that's going to come through strongly, passionately, with a lot of vigor, and then it kind of looks like it may fade out a bit. It's one of those moments where you may have somebody that appeals to you in a particular way, or you find them to be like charming or charismatic, something along those lines. And this may be somebody that it's like they come through when they want to, then they leave as quickly. And I'm seeing something where if you make an impulsive move, you may end up regretting this and be like, oh, this was a karmic situation that I got myself into. So yeah, I'm getting like, you would know based off of this person, based off of your past experience with this person, if this person has been inconsistent with you, they're coming through in the same way. It's like they come through very strongly, like when they want something from you, or when they want to enter, or when they're like really feeling the energy, and then they end up leaving. So it's like when they want your attention, I'm seeing them be like quite entertaining and also engaged and stuff. However, like when they're not feeling the situation anymore, I'm seeing this person like exit quickly. And this may not be someone you particularly want. But they may kind of play on your heartstrings a bit, is what I'm getting. Like, you may have something that you're like, I feel conflicted about whether or not I should see them. You want to ground. Don't make a decision just from a reactive emotional space. Ground before you have the conversation with them, because you don't want subconscious energies coming up and you feeling like you're in a state of feeling conflicted about something because you didn't think it through. So this may be a subconscious energy that for some reason you feel a pull towards it, or a draw. This can even be something shadow related. However, if you analyze this further and be like, where is this coming from? Or why would I want to connect with this person? Or what do I hope to get from this situation? Like asking yourself these questions. Is this going to benefit me? Is this going to encourage my growth? Do I feel supported by them? All of these things. It's going to tell you whether or not you're going to find what you need in this situation. I'm seeing it definitely be a test. It's like if you get grounded on the emotional front, you're not going to feel this sense of inner conflict about whether or not you should connect with this person. It will be very obvious to you what the right choice is to make. But I'm seeing us heading in that direction here. It may even be a notion of somebody wanting to reconcile with you, but it seems like they even want something from you. Yeah, you may perceive this person as like they come around when they want something from you, but maybe when you need something from them, you find them to be unreliable. But this is somebody that you could have established an emotional connection with. And so that may like override your logic at times, but it's just something to be mindful of here. Because if you're grounded, you're going to know what to do. Yeah, I'm seeing you be like, do I want to connect with them? Do I not want to? You may have the opportunity to make an impulsive move. Rather than choosing to reconnect with this person, you may use that energy and channel it into your goals, even your creativity. And if you don't know what choice to make, don't feel like you need to make a choice. Like if somebody is pressuring you into making a decision, remember that you don't need to be working on their timeline and you can actually do what works for you. Because this person may come through and it's like, do you want to meet now or do you want to meet now? And like in your brain, you may be like, I don't know, kind of frazzled by that, but take a second, take a step back and be like, you know what, maybe I don't like those options and those aren't my only options. I can create my own options for myself here and find something that works for you. But yeah, I'm kind of getting like a little bit of a manipulative energy from this person, but that may also be something subconscious coming from them, but it's just something to be aware of. Like this may be somebody that's kind of used to getting their own ways and there's a little bit of a temper tantrum, or even like ghosts you, blocks you, ignores you, and they don't get what they want from you. I'm seeing that it wouldn't only be you that they act like this with, you would see this as a pattern within this person's life. Like they may be somebody that It's like when they work on something, they're working on it, and then like when things don't go their way or they have some sort of difficulty or obstacle, they may like completely abandon ship, and you may see this like also translate to your relationship with them. This feels like more like a friendship, but I'm sure this can also be something romantic. Like feelings are definitely involved. It just, I guess, depends on your situation. I'm looking at Uranus, Jupiter, Pisces, Mercury. Yeah, something may even be too much trouble. Like you may feel a sense of inner conflict bubbling up with this person and be like, that's too much drama for me, and I'm actually going to choose to disengage or disregard this. For some of you too, you may not be feeling at your best, at your height, whether this be physically, mentally, whatever it is. You want to take time for yourself. You may even be feeling a little bit burnt out. For some of you too, this could be something where I'm hearing missing a friend. You may be feeling a little bit lonely too, but if you're not feeling like you're in a great space, don't just take something for like instant relief, because you're gonna have to deal with the long-term repercussions of this. So follow your intuition. Or it's like mentally, if you're not feeling up to something, don't take the opportunity to engage and overwhelm yourself further. Give yourself the space and time that you need. I keep hearing work on your timeline. Work on your timeline, Libra. I'm hearing have the courage to let that be known. So yeah, you may be communicating with this person like, your timeline isn't working for me. This is what does work for me. And if that doesn't work for you, maybe we can't meet up. Or we can't work together, whatever that is. Because I'm seeing like a lot of passion and creativity that you have on your end, but it's a matter of, funny, the Strength card here, it's a matter of like how you're going to implement things and assert yourself and what you're going to create and make happen. And you also want to be like in a rested place when you're manifesting as well. So it's like, take time to work towards your goals, and also take time you need to, I'm hearing, separate yourself to like rest and recover and all of that stuff that you need for you. Because for some of you, there may even be like an opportunity that you may feel like you need out of desperation or something, and that's also something to reevaluate. It's like, what is coming through and making you feel like you need it? I think that's definitely something to look into energetically, like what's at play here, that anything would have you feeling like you need something. This can even be, for some of you, you may be going in a direction or making a choice that is like an unpopular opinion. Maybe you feel like other people aren't particularly supporting something you want to do, but you're going to do it anyway. I'm seeing you be like, it's okay if nobody else is getting on this boat with me. This is the boat I'm on, and this is what I'm sticking with here. And like having the strength to really tap into your fortitude and understand that you are strong enough as well. And the right people will come, the right people will be attracted. Maybe this is also like people that you're trying to appeal to. It's like, make sure that you're appealing to the right crowd. For some of you, this is even about like content that you're producing. I'm getting this too. I'm hearing historical. Yeah, something may not be easy to end. However, it's something that doesn't feel empowering to you. Meaning this is something that you could be involved in, or someone, whatever this is, that doesn't encourage your independence and doesn't encourage your creativity and your individuality. It's something that you may feel like you need this thing, but you don't need it. That's the trick. So this is a moment of recognizing your own strength and recognizing that if you're not feeling good about being involved with something, you don't have to continue doing that. For some of you, this can even be something that involves your finances, but it could be like affecting you on a psychological or physical level. I am also hearing burnt out. Yeah, ask yourself what you want, especially when you're in your own space, away from the opinions and influence of other people. Like, what are you looking for? And follow that. This feels like breaking away from expectations, even expectations that you have of yourself, expectations of like, what is this person hoping that I'll do or expecting from me? And it's like, well, what do you want to do here? What are you expecting from yourself? Is that realistic? Is that something, a standard you actually want to hold yourself to? What do you want here? What are you feeling emotionally connected with? Where do you feel like things are draining your energy? I'm seeing even a notion of you spending time like researching yourself and diving into your own space and your own process and your own like psyche. Especially like for those of you that are in some type of role where you are some sort of role model, and I guess we all are in our own right, but I'm seeing particularly like you may have eyes on you. People are going to learn from you like the best type of lesson they can when you are tapping into your own inner strength and moving to the beat of your own drum and really doing what you want to and doing it from a space of like gratitude and you doing what's in alignment for you regardless of what other people are thinking. Because I'm even seeing people like watching you reflect and really go your own way and admiring you for your sense of inner strength and like how you implement that. And you could have even been like looking to other people before, maybe to like set some sort of example or to like kind of see where they were. And you may be actually pulling away from that and checking more so in with yourself. Because I'm even seeing people be curious. It's like when you're spending these are like people that you work with or people that you collaborate with or interact with closely, or they can be like within the work setting for you. Like I'm even seeing it be kind of like in your own personal private time. Either people are reaching out to you, wanting to intrude on your space, in your space, upon your space, and be like, what's going on? But I'm seeing you kind of be within your own personal retreat, and it's like people are tapping at the window and knocking on your door, and it's like you're trying to take the time to reflect and do what you need to do, meditate, whatever it is that you're doing. It even seems like personal stuff that you're doing, and I'm seeing people be kind of prying. But the less preoccupied you are with them, and the more you're like, you know what, I'm putting up I'm hearing courtesy wall, privacy wall. It's like something that you're kind of like separating yourself from the people that are curious about what you're doing and being like, I get to decide what I want to share. I get to decide what I don't want to share, what I feel comfortable with, rather than going along with the demands of other people who are on the outskirts of this. Yeah, I'm getting like a pretty nosy energy here with the Page of Swords. Because the Page of Swords is next to the Hermit, so it's like when you're trying to enjoy your own privacy, I'm seeing like somebody still being like very concerned and focused on you and what you're doing. And it's like, if there is any card that does not want to be bothered, it's the Hermit. And the Page of Swords is like looking directly at the Hermit. But I'm seeing the Hermit, and I'm seeing this be you, like have their back turned and just be focused on what they're doing. And that looks like that's the guidance. Like I'm seeing you specifically reflect on like your wish fulfillments, your manifestations, like filling up your cups, all of that stuff. And it's like people that are on the outside are like very curious about this and whatnot. But I'm getting that, like, don't allow this to distract you. You set your boundaries and you keep them there, and that is going to keep these people out of your space. That is even how you bring justice to, like, the curiosity or the prying eyes. I'm also hearing private eye. Yeah, maybe somebody is, like, really, really into you. But in an obtrusive way, it seems like. Yeah, I'm hearing, don't they have a life of their own? I'm definitely getting an energy like that with you. Yeah, you may be finding yourself in a situation where things are different than you had signed on for, or it's a situation that unfolded in a way where you're like, you know what, let me sit in this in the present moment and analyze and recalibrate and ask myself, like, do I like the direction that this went into? Do I want to keep doing this? Or is this something that I want to create space from? Because you have the opportunity to even, like, disengage from something and go into your own space here. And this may even be something that you're doing privately. And maybe before you had been engaging more socially with something, or at least in this particular situation, but it's a situation that you don't like anymore. And you can make the decision. I'm seeing this like you didn't make the choice yet, or we're coming up onto the time where you can make the choice and take an opportunity to do something privately, it looks like. Or maybe something where you're not going to be telling everybody what you're doing. And don't feel the need to shout it from the rooftop. Yeah, I keep getting this notion. There may be something that's not appealing to you anymore, and you have the choice to take an out from this. But there may be some pressure for you to keep going, but you don't want to keep going. Or you don't want to keep engaging with something. It's something that like puts you in a place that you don't feel good about. Or even reinforces you to feel helpless in some way. Uncomfortable. But I'm not seeing this be like uncomfortable growth. It's like you feel uncomfortable because you're not meant to be in that space. So yeah, it's like you're prioritizing other people rather than yourself here, and that's why you're in this spot. But you have the opportunity to get out of it. I'm hearing you need to do this for you. There may also be somebody that, like, instead of abandoning ship, you could be setting more firm boundaries to, like, protect your energy. Because I'm even getting the notion of, like, somebody wanting to understand your process or even, like, private details about you. So maybe this is something that you're just going to shut down, actually. And handle this situation with as much love as possible. For some of you, this is a collaboration that you're going to be ending, or like something on the work front, some sort of dynamic that you're, something that needs to come to an end, and you have the choice, but you want to make sure you do this in the right way that you feel good about. I'm seeing it even be like you told somebody not to cross a line, and here they are jumping over the line, and you're like, you know what, I told you that we weren't going to continue doing this if you did exactly that, and because you did exactly that, I'm not going to continue with you any longer. So whether this be like a client or a coworker or like somebody within your personal life, it's like you set boundaries for a particular reason, and now it's about reinforcing those boundaries that you set, because something cannot continue, because I'm seeing you be like very uncomfortable even with something going on here. I'm even getting it like somebody is staring at the back of your head, and it's like, can you please look in another direction? Like the Page of Swords is just like unashamed at the fact that they're like staring at you and not staring in any other direction. It's like, you know, sometimes when somebody's watching you and you like turn around because you feel eyes on you and the person like looks away, it's like they don't even look away when you turn back at them. It's just like shameless, whatever it is that's going on here. But it's inappropriate is what I'm getting, and that's why this needs to be addressed. So yeah, I'm hearing too close for comfort. For some of you, this feels like a little bit stalkerish, actually. I am getting the feeling like for a lot of you that this can definitely be a client or a coworker that is like way too concerned with you. Way too concerned. Even like with your opinion. So this is somebody that you may want to encourage to like find their own sense of independence even. Because I'm seeing them even like not be satisfied with what you're giving to them. It's like maybe you're treating them in a professional manner, just doing what you feel comfortable with. And it's like they're trying to push the line here that you have drawn in the sand and like get beyond it to see even deeper within. And you're like, I'm not comfortable with that. So yeah, there's just like a lack of manners and maybe a lack of self-awareness on this person's end that the way that they're trying to socialize with you is inappropriate. Follow your intuition. Be diplomatic with the way that you handle this and as objective as possible while still standing firm in your boundaries. That is how you will be successful with this. That's what I'm getting. I'm looking at Virgo and Leo and you, Libra. Yeah, I'm seeing this be maybe an annoying situation, but it's something that you have like all of the skills intact to be able to successfully handle this. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.